Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Lumley's World of Weather. Clicked on to long range weather forecast discussion for February 7th to the 19th. For the patterns, February 7th to 11th, the pattern doesn't change very much. We have an area of strong positive height anomalies, Alaska and Siberia. We have below normal heights here across Canada to off the west coast. And we have above normal heights across much of the southern U.S. and a pretty zone of flow, consistent zone of flow during this period. This is the fast Pacific jet, keeping conditions mild across much of the nation. Okay, you're looking at the GFS, and I go through each day, and I'm going to the 11th. We don't see much change in the overall circulation. There's a little bit of a hint of a trough here over the northeast, but that'll be transient. And we look at the rest of the models. They're in good agreement with this. Arctic air will cover the northern plains to New England and will retreat later in the midweek period. And major winter storm is forecast by late Tuesday from the upper Midwest into the Northeast with heavy snow and strong winds. And mixed precipitation is forecast Tuesday night and Wednesday across portions of the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast. Heavy precipitation again is forecast for the Northwest, Northern California into the Sierra. And anomalous warmth is forecast across the southern U.S. under the upper ridge. Now, for a look at the period for February 10th to the 14th, here we are at the 11th. We have our ridge now that begins to retreat a little bit into Siberia. We still have below normal heights here, a little bit of a dip here, very slight, but generally a zone of flow. And then we go to the 14th. This is the GFS, has a ridge here, trough. Now over the Siberia, Bering Sea, and Alaska, stretching towards Hawaii. We have a ridge here and a little bit of a trough here over the north. It's not just a little trough, but that's the GFS. And then we look at the rest of the models. The trough is much weaker, and we have almost a zone of flow. So during this forecast period, I am forecasting above normal temperatures here, with the anomalies at 2 to 8 degrees, above normal, below normal temperatures are forecast across the extreme northern U.S. And here I'm forecasting anomalies to be 2 to 6 degrees below normal. For precipitation, above normal precipitation is forecast for the Northwest, Northern California, and also for the Northeast, extending northeastward into the middle Mississippi Valley. Below normal precipitation forecast for the Southern Great Lakes and for Florida. Now I'm going to take a look at the period for February 15th to the 19th. Here you are at the 15th, and the models are indicating a somewhat more amplified pattern during this period. Like the way you see how that goes, but we still have below normal heights here across Alaska and nearby Siberia. A ridge, fairly strong ridge over the west, and a dip here. This is the GFS, and then as I go to the end of the period to the 19th, you can see we still have a little bit of a trough here, but still above normal heights across much of the nation. And I think that's how it's going to end up to be. And then we look at the rest of the models. This is the GEFS. And then we look at the European ensembles, has a little bit of a trough here. And then we have the Canadian. So this is what I'm forecasting for this period. I am forecasting above normal temperatures for a large majority of the nation across this region here, and where I'm forecasting anomalies to be 2 to 8 degrees above normal. And for precipitation, above normal precipitation forecast for Northern California, Washington, and Oregon, and for the Northeast and the Northern Mid-Atlantic. And we have below normal precipitation forecast for the Central and Southern Rockies and the Plain States. So that is the long-range weather forecast discussion for February 7th to the 19th. Thanks for coming to Jim Lumley's World of Weather, and have a good day.